before you leave, you do feel Pakaz try and kill the other one.
Okay, I stop in the doorframe and turn around and stare at Pakaz.
What do you think you're doing?
This one needs to die.
Really? That is quite curious.
And Shialu is like shaking while he stands there. And then he goes over and drags the guy out of the room with him.
He rolls over and now he's starting to come to. With his helmet off, you can see that he has a big bruise in his head near his sort of a black mohawk. He's as pale as the other one, but he's definitely younger. And his veins aren't quite as visible. And as he starts to come to, you can see he's struggling to maintain balance and to see. But he looks up at you and he just kind of goes along with you without any argument.
Pakaz figures out how his stealth generator works. And asks Takaya to take back over the piloting.
She's already sat down calmly and just starts taking it without a word towards you.
Pakaz says he has a job to finish. And then he turns on the stealth generator.
Oh.
And I imagine a stealth roll is necessary here. Then I'll just tell you what I intend to do. I intend to find a place to hide, watch the prisoner until there's no one around, and then finish what I failed to do before.
Okay, Shiloh, are you taking him to the med bay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you managed to take him. He's slowly walking. Upon entering, you find the gambler. He's slowly nodded off, and Kalani's still in there with him, I assume, since you haven't moved.
I don't know.
Well, then I think you
I
haven't
need
moved
to
yet.
lay out again. Where is the med bay?
It's in the room 21. It's a little closet that was converted into a med bay.
Ah. I might have headed back out to the central gathering area.
Where?
10.
Okay. So as you reach there, Shiloh's coming out with a very dazed-looking assassin who is just like not even putting up a fight. He's just going along with Shiloh. Shiloh, however, looks very shaken.
Kalani, we need to talk. Can you meet me in the cargo bay after I'm done with this prisoner?
Oh, which cargo bay?
The one that we were in before.
Alright. Probably kind of looking like Like, I'm wondering whether or not I even want to know.
Okay, Shilu, well, he sort of says that to you while he just keeps walking and dragging the guy towards the med bay. So he just sort of keeps walking.
Guess I head to the cargo bay.
You reach the med bay, and you see the gambler is asleep on the bed. But as soon as you open the door, he jumps up and looks like he's getting ready to do something. But then seeing you, he calms down and breathes heavily. Oh, sorry. It's been one of those days, you know.
Yeah, no need for alarm. It's just me.
One of the assassins?
Yes.
Did anyone manage to get any info out of them?
You can go ask the others.
You alright? You seem different from before.
He sort of like chuckles darkly. So are there like sedatives in this med bay that I could give the guy?
Sure.
Okay. Well, I will. Well, does he have any like major wounds?
He's got a major gash in his head, and he was charred. You watched him be charred from head to toe from lightning from Dakaya.
Oh, that's this guy. Oh, right. Okay.
He's got a Buster Bolt somewhere in the back, Force Lightning, and a really bad bruise, if I remember right.
Okay. Yeah.
He's
Then I
in
guess
pretty bad shape.
I will attempt to patch him up, but first I'll like. Is there like a table or a bed or something besides the one that the gambler is in?
No.
Oh.
It's very small space. But as soon as you move him towards the bed, the gambler gets up and is like, yes, I had enough rest anyway. You take care of him. He could be useful later. Maybe with some proper training.
I sort of roll my eyes.
Are you sure you're all right? I feel like something's changed while I was out.
Well, nothing's really changed. Sith are always Sith. The dark side is always the dark side. There's so much chaos here.
And then I will start trying to like strap the guy down on the table or bed or whatever it is to sort of restrain him before I try to treat his injuries.
All right. Gambler watches you for a while just to make sure you don't need his help or something. And after he's certain that you're not interested in talking or whatever, he kind of picks himself up, still clutching his wounded shoulder, and makes his way to his quarters, where he just passes out.
Wait, as he goes out, I'll say,
Hold on a second.
Yeah?
The assassin said something that the other Sith in the Academy fear you because you spread hope. I would like to talk to you more about that some other time.
Some other time would be great. My bed's the only thing that's really appealing to me right now. But yeah, if you're interested, I'm more than happy to explain why I'm the Bane of the Sith right now.
Okay, so I try to treat the guy's wounds, and I apparently do a pretty bad job.
You're a little shaken up still.
And then I give him some sedative and also leave him tied to the bed.
Oh dear.
Okay. Can you make your way to the cargo bay then?
Yeah.
All right. Kalani is there waiting for you.
I think we have some serious concerns here, Kalani.
What happened?
Well, as much as Takaya and the Gambler say they don't follow the whatever teachings of the Sith and that they're somehow different, they're still steeped in the dark side. And I feel like they're having a very bad influence on certain other members of our group.
Kalani's ears swivel backward. She definitely looks concerned. What exactly do I even want to know?
Well, basically, Takaya was torturing the first prisoner with her dark side powers, as she did to Ajak before. And he could hardly breathe, but once he told Aelon some information, she killed him. And then Pakaz tried to kill the other one.
Horrified look.
I think that we need to keep a very close watch on Pakaz, and probably Aelon too. And get them away from the Sith as soon as possible.
How is this happening? They just let they just let her do that, and even Pakaz tried to. Wait, why? Why?
I sigh. And then I say,
It seems that chaos is contagious, and that it's seemed to spread its dark influence. I'm not sure what Pakaz's motives are, but I fear that he's seeking things in what he would view as the easy way, which, as both of us know, leads only to darkness. I fear that they're all on a slippery slope, and that condoning torture with the idea that the ends justify the means is a very dangerous route to go on.
Indeed, it's horrible. I should have stayed there and well, kept an eye on them and stopped them from doing that.
I get the feeling that some of Dekaya's actions were driven by her upset over the fact that they almost killed the gambler. Even if we do make it through our assault on the Sith fleet and save Vila, I'm not sure how it will all come out on the other side, or who will be.
We better keep an eye on the remaining Sith. Sounds like he's still in danger.
Well, I tried to patch up his wounds and left him resting in the mid-bay. I'd also like to try to see what injuries the others have sustained.
I think I'd better head over there and keep watch.
Do you really think that's necessary?
From the sound of things, yes.
I close my eyes and then take a deep breath and then
Well, I think I'm gonna go check on Ajark.
Alright. I'll head to the mid bay.
Maybe it would be good if you could try to, I'm not sure, offer Pakaz some help or assistance. It seems like he feels that Takaya and the Sith can offer him things that we are unwilling to do. It would be better if we could form a connection with him.
I don't even understand what it is that he wants, though.
Well, he seemed quite interested in learning to build a lightsaber back when we were on the planet.
Yes, well, there's that, but
And his control over the Force is quite powerful. He is a remarkable individual and he has a lot of potential, but it seems he's on a dangerous path.
I didn't think the dark side would ever be quite this confusing. People that seemed good doing things like that. I don't understand why.
Well, I guess the Tia call it chaos for a reason. It doesn't follow much reason.
I suppose so.
Okay, then I go check on Ajak.
And I head to the med bay.
Okay. Kalani, you start walking towards the med bay. And before you get too far, you hear a voice that says, in your head, and it's not one you are even familiar with or ever heard before, but it says, "Hurry, he is in danger. He will make the wrong decision. Go to the med bay."
I hurry up. Confused, but I hurry.
Right, because as you are having this deliberation, very soon, without warning, you almost seem to be distracted as you just turn around and Kalani bursts in through the door and watches. Kalani, he is standing over the strapped down, unharmed, completely unable to defend himself, defenseless man. And he looks, Picaz looks as though he's contemplating doing something rather extreme.
Because don't. Leave him be.
This has little to do with you.
He is a prisoner under my care.
And he knows more than I am allowed to allow him to know.
You can't just...
Can you offer another solution?
Out of character help.
out of character. There's nothing I can say to help you. If you know something I don't, then say it.
So out of character, Bakaz thinks that the guy knows something about the Ang T or something, so he has to kill him.
Out of character, he really didn't like anyone seeing what happened in that box. Anyone who he didn't knowingly let witness certain powers, and he shouldn't even have done that. But yeah, that needs to not be a problem anymore, and it kind of has to be dealt with one way or the other. And there's not. If any of you have any mind messing with powers, now is the time to reveal them.
Whatever he knows, it isn't worth doing this. What is it you even think he knows?
He just remains silent. Out of character, why would he point out things that would make people ask questions if it would make you and people he would rather not see harmed ask questions, and maybe ask questions where he needs to do something about it?
Out of character, Kalai doesn't really know that he's referring to the box. I don't know how to connect that.
Well, you don't need to. She doesn't need to know.
Is that what Kalani is? Is that what exactly is going through Kalani's mind right now?
I'm trying to figure out what he's referring to and how to stop him from doing this.
Out of character, seems really obvious. Nothing's going to stop him short of providing him another method of removing the information from this person. That's how it seems, at least.
It sounds like you'll have to convince Bakaz that this particular prisoner doesn't know anything, that their mission did not involve investigating the cube. It was just to get aboard and take out Remy. And that he knows nothing. Again, this is out of character as well. So I'm in a completely different room, focused on something else. So this is what I've been able to pick up.
Well, I would say something out of character, but then again, that would be giving you too much information. It's really something you should figure out doing in conversation. So I kind of can't say it. I don't want to lead you to the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of do, because I don't think you're going to figure it out.
Kalani looks, kind of looks odd for a moment, and then, a lot of people saw what was in the box. You can't go around killing all of them.
You're right, I can't. But what I can do is stop someone who knows who is my enemy from knowing something that they shouldn't.
I was in the box with you, and I don't even know what you're trying to hide. This assassin probably wasn't paying that close attention to know what it is you're hiding.
Because eyes narrow a little bit, and then he holds out his hand, and something from a nearby desk appears in it.
Kalani looks puzzled.
And then it goes back to where it was.
I don't understand.
You don't need to. You just need to know that if questions are asked, there are some that I cannot answer and I cannot allow to be asked.
Sharalu, you come to the bridge in the midst of their conversation, Nayland and Dakaya.
Yeah, you probably come in just as Aelin says that.
And my train of thought was already confused and now is completely derailed. I don't know what I'm doing. Too many things going on at once. Ah.
All right, well, let's give you two a break while we move on to the bridge for now, so you guys can think about stuff. Dakaya replies in kind. I was only minorly injured. I will recover. Thank you, though, for your concern.
I use perception to see if they're telling the truth about being injured or not, or if they're just being like brave about it.
This is Aelin. As you look over him, it's his usual brash self. Nah, lad. But thank you. Literally, he's got no marks on him at all.
Dakaya has a bit of a blaster mark, or not blaster. She's got some scarring on her upper shoulder. It didn't tear up the armor, but it's there's a little bit of blood that peeks out, but it doesn't look that bad.
Okay, well, pardon the interruption. I will leave you two to your conversation.
Dakaya says nothing as you step out, walking over the still untouched dead body of the assassin.
Aelin nods at Shiloh as he leaves. Lass, and after the doors close and whatnot, Lass, he says to Dakaya, I'll give you a piece of advice though. Be careful with what you hold. If you hold on to it too long, the pain there just never stops. And Aelin will go over, get the corpse, and just kind of start dragging it. Trust me, Lass, these past few days have been showing it a lot more in my eyes than I'd ever thought I could see. And I want to let go, but I can't. And he leaves.
She remains quiet but contemplative. Back to the two of you. So there's a moment, Kalani, where you can see because he no longer looks at you, and there's like an internal battle going on. It's just a look, but you can just see that there's something else distracting him, and it's the main reason why he's hesitating, and not really what your words are. Shiloh, you need to make an perception to see when or if you actually find him. You search the ship for probably 20, 30 minutes before you just finally give up because he's probably in the ducks. You can't seem to locate him.
Please, Because, don't give in to the darkness. Can only lead to suffering.
What darkness? This is what needs to be done. Unless you can offer me another way. It is a sad thing, but it must be done.
No, it doesn't. There's always a choice not to do an evil act.
Is it evil to kill in self-defense?
This isn't self-defense.
Is it evil to protect what you have a duty to protect?
He's helpless. He can't hurt you.
You know much less than you think. Information is very powerful.
Even the information that he has, or may have, we don't even know if he has it, what you think he does. He still can't hurt you. He's helpless. He's a prisoner here.
And do you not think at some point he will go back to the Sith if he lives?
What do you even mean?
The smallest, most innocuous piece of information. can be what leads to people asking questions that do not need to be asked, especially by the Sith. Again, I ask you, do you know of any way to remove information from a living person's mind without killing them? I will take your silence as a no.
Someone help.
I would recommend you leave the room. It is better not to see these things. I would
No,
if I could.
I won't let you do this. It's not. It may be possible to remove his memories, but even if whatever the case with that, this isn't worth it. You'll destroy yourself.
You lack the information to make that decision.
The darkness destroys, and this leads to darkness.
Kaz just looks at you like you're spouting nonsense.
Great. I need. I don't. I'm not eloquent enough today for this. Help.
What are you doing?
What I attempted to do before. And rolling that one on.
Is there any way I can stop this?
You both need to roll initiative. Alright. Kalani, you get to go first, so you can feel him calling upon the Force.
What can I even do that would stop him? Just tackle him or something.
You could tackle him, you could stand between him. You do whatever you think Kalani should do.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe not full tackle, but get between him and push Picard away.
Okay. Because Kalani muscles her way, and she's a rather strong individual, so she easily pushes you out of the way and stands in between you and the assassin as you begin calling on the Force. She makes it very apparent that you're going to have to go through her first.
Does the Force require that I have some sort of physical clear space in between me and my target.
I'd say with the way things are happening, whatever you try to do, Kalani is going to stop you. So if you try to use the force now, she's going to have the opportunity to stop you using the force.
She can try. Short of any situation, anything in the situation changing in a way that I don't see it changing.
Can anyone think of a way that I can explain this to him? He doesn't even understand the dark side. And I'm
This
not
isn't a
eloquent
dark
enough.
side matter. This is something needs to be done about this matter, and something needs to be done.
If you want to approach it from light side, dark side, what you in that case you need to convince Bakaz that acting upon somebody who is helpless, which this gentleman is, no matter what he may know or any future arguments, this would be an act of evil.
But the issue is you need to know and understand his philosophy on not only the force but morality to be able to make an argument that will hold any weight with him.
Yes. And then if you can't approach it from that way, you need to look at it from what your character would know. What would your character know? Well, your character is a Jedi Knight, or at least a Jedi Padawan. What would you be able to know from just being that?
Remember, your character follows the Jedi Code. He is clearly doing something that is against all of your beliefs. It's being very evident that, for whatever reason, Kalani is not an eloquent person, but she is strong. So, you have a choice here. Kalani can either do everything she can, tackle him, whatever she has to stop him, or she has to let this person die. But that is what Kalani is facing right now.
Yeah, she's not gonna let that happen.
So you're standing in between him. He's choking the life out of this guy right now.
Well, no, that's not what he's trying to do.
Right, you're trying to snap his neck.
Yes.
She can feel it happening. So you've got seconds to make a decision here.
I'll grab him, shake him, whatever.
All right, you make
Stuff like that.
You make a post grapple check.
Ooh, fun.
Oh no. Ah!
Okay. I need you to make another use the force check to see if you maintain concentration.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Okay.
Ah!
Exact
So,
same
Kalani,
roll.
with all your might, you launch yourself at him and try and shake some sense into him. But he just shrugs you off, and with a quick extending of his hand, you hear and feel as the prisoner is slowly breathing, and then there's a pop as his neck turns, and you feel the life leave him.
I'm thinking of going for the big no.
You see Pakaz look really sad, and then turn and leave the room, barring whatever your actions are happening.
Do you let him leave, or?
I think I just kind of crumpled to the ground. I failed.
Because as you leave, there is a very small and probably nearly crying Kalani on the ground, just ears drooped and just sitting across from where the now dead Sith is lying. Also, you need to take another dark side point.
Yep.
All right. Well, with that, I think we're going to end the night.
Great. Kalani's world is crumbling around her. She's failed.
And the dark side has free cookies.
We haven't even gone back to adjust what's going on with her master.
Yeah, the dark side has got some really good cookies right now.
It's got all the cookies right now.
Shiloh's gonna have so much fun when he goes to check on his patient tomorrow.
Oh my.
It's gonna get interesting. I didn't see any of this happening.
Yeah, Shiloh will probably get a whimpering call on the comlink before that.
And with that, I'm going to go ahead and close out the recording. Thank you for joining us on YouTube and all that. Don't worry, the dark side may have won tonight, but it's always darkest before the dawn. Or that's the hope.